Have you ever looked around and felt like everyone's racing ahead while you're still standing still, like life somehow skipped over you? It's that quiet, uneasy feeling that creeps in late at night when you start questioning if you're doing enough, if you're becoming enough. We've all felt it, that invisible pressure to be successful, to be admired, to have everything figured out right now. But here's the truth. The greatest mistake we make is believing we're running out of time. The Stoics taught that life isn't a race, it's a practice. You're not late, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. You see, we live in an age of comparison, scrolling through highlights of other people's lives, mistaking them for reality. But Stoicism reminds us that peace begins the moment we stop measuring our worth by someone else's pace. And if you believe that wisdom is the real path to freedom, then consider subscribing to join a movement of people choosing growth over chaos, stillness over noise, and meaning over distraction. Lesson 1. Extend your timeline. You ever notice how it feels like life is constantly speeding up? Everywhere you look, someone's achieving something. Your friends posting about promotions, new homes, new cars, and it slowly eats at you. You start wondering if maybe you've missed something, if maybe you're already behind. That feeling of urgency, that silent panic, it's one of the most dangerous illusions of modern life. We're told to sprint towards success, but no one ever tells us that most things worth having don't arrive quickly. They unfold slowly, almost invisibly. The truth is, there's no finish line to rush toward. You're not in competition with anyone else. You're walking your own path, and time, whether you realize it or not, is your ally, not your enemy. Think about it. We treat time like a ticking bomb instead of a tool. The Stoics taught that when we rush, we disconnect from the present moment, the only place life actually happens. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Time is a river, events are its current." You can't swim faster than the river. You can only learn to move with its flow, to let it carry you forward without resistance. That's not laziness, that's wisdom. Because the moment you stop fighting time, you begin to understand it. Every day becomes a step forward, no matter how small. Every failure becomes a part of the journey, not a setback. When you extend your timeline, you give yourself permission to grow at your own pace. You stop expecting miracles from a single season of effort and start seeing the beauty in slow transformation. Imagine planting a tree and standing over it, demanding it grow overnight. That's how most of us treat our goals. But nature doesn't rush, and yet everything gets done. The Stoic path asks for patience, not passive waiting, but active endurance. It means showing up every day, doing the work, and trusting that the outcome will take shape in its own time. Every moment you spend trying to fast forward through the struggle, you're skipping the part that shapes you. The waiting, the uncertainty, the repetition, that's the forge where character is made. So, slow down. Let go of the race. Your timeline isn't late. It's perfectly aligned with your growth. Because greatness doesn't come from speed, it comes from endurance, from the quiet strength to keep moving forward even when nothing seems to be happening. And one day, when you look back, you'll realize time was never running out. It was building you. Lesson 2. Walk with purpose. Have you ever noticed how some people just command a room? It's not because they're louder or more outspoken. It's because they move with a sense of purpose, a quiet confidence that makes it clear they're exactly where they need to be. Imagine walking through life with that same energy, no hesitation, no uncertainty, just a calm belief that you're moving in the right direction. Sounds empowering, right? But here's the catch. It doesn't come from waiting for the perfect moment. It comes from deciding to move with intention, regardless of how uncertain things may feel. The Stoics understood this deeply. They didn't believe in rushing or acting without thought. Instead, they believed in clarity, knowing exactly what you want and why you want it. And here's the thing. This doesn't mean having everything figured out from the start. It means having a direction, even if it's just one step ahead of you. The difference between walking through life and walking with purpose isn't the speed. It's the intention behind each step. Every choice you make, every action you take, should be an extension of your values and goals. It's not about having all the answers. It's about having a clear reason for what you do. That clarity, that intentional movement, creates momentum that guides you even when the road gets tough. Imagine this. You're at a crossroads in your life, uncertain about what's next. It's easy to get stuck, to overthink, to hesitate. But when you walk with purpose, every choice you make, no matter how small, builds the life you want. Each step whispers, "I'm going somewhere that matters." And with time, that momentum adds up. What starts as small, intentional actions grows into a powerful journey toward something greater. Carl Jung once said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. And the only way to do that is to keep walking with intention, to choose the path that aligns with who you want to be." Life may throw distractions your way, but if you walk with purpose, those distractions won't deter you. Instead, they'll become lessons that shape you into someone stronger, clearer, and more confident in your journey. So, walk like you have somewhere important to be, because you do. Lesson 3. Focus on what's practical. Most people waste years of their lives waiting for something magical to happen, a calling, a revelation, a sign that points them toward what they're meant to do. But here's the truth. That sign isn't coming. Life doesn't whisper your purpose into your ear one morning. It reveals itself only when you start moving. The idea that you must first find passion before taking action is one of the biggest traps of modern thinking. You don't find purpose by waiting. You build it by showing up every day and doing what needs to be done, even when it feels small, even when no one's watching. The Stoics were very clear about this. They didn't spend their days searching for a mystical sense of passion. They focused on practicality, on what they could do today that would strengthen their character and serve others. Epictetus believed that the way to live well was simple. Do your duty. Don't chase pleasure. Don't get lost in endless thinking. Just do what's in front of you with excellence. When you live like that, you stop overcomplicating things. The fog lifts. You start to see that purpose isn't something you discover. It's something you create, step by step, through consistency and responsibility. Think about it. The most fulfilled people you know probably didn't wake up one day knowing exactly what they wanted. They found meaning by getting their hands dirty, by trying, failing, learning, and trying again. That's how life works. As Seneca said, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. And preparation doesn't come from waiting. It comes from working on what's in front of you, no matter how small or unglamorous it might seem. The Stoic idea of purpose is rooted in usefulness, doing what you can with what you have for those around you. That's where growth begins. Carl Jung believed that meaning is essential to psychological health. He said that the greatest loss for most people is not their youth, but their sense of meaning. And meaning doesn't fall from the sky. It's built from practical engagement with life. When you take on responsibility, when you decide to make yourself useful to the world, your actions start giving shape to who you are. It's in those small, disciplined moments, showing up for work, helping someone without expecting praise, learning a skill because it matters, that your true path quietly unfolds. So stop waiting for your calling to find you. You're not lost, you're just not moving. Start where you are. Do what's in front of you with care and intention. That's how you turn confusion into clarity, and a job into a purpose. Because in the end, purpose doesn't arrive from the sky. It grows from the ground beneath your own 2 feet. Lesson 4. Build strong character, not just wealth. In today's world, we're constantly told to chase after money, status, and recognition. We look up to those with the most followers, the nicest cars, or the biggest bank accounts. And while there's nothing wrong with wanting success or financial stability, there's something much deeper that's often overlooked, something the Stoics understood all too well. True wealth isn't measured by how much you have. It's about who you are at your core. The Stoics, especially Marcus Aurelius, believed that character is the only true form of wealth. When everything else fades, money, power, titles, what's left is your integrity. You can lose your job, your possessions, or your social standing, but if you've built strong character, you'll still have the most valuable thing in the world. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." The world doesn't need more people talking about what they stand for. It needs people who live their values, who show up every day and do the right thing, even when no one is looking. Think about it. We all admire people who keep their word, who are dependable, who act with integrity, even when it's tough. But how often do we forget to apply these same principles to ourselves? It's easy to put on a mask, to pretend to be someone we're not, especially when there's no one watching. But true success isn't about impressing others. It's about respecting yourself. It's about being someone you can rely on. Building strong character isn't about becoming perfect. It's about being honest, reliable, and true to yourself. It's about recognizing that the person you are when no one is looking is the person who truly matters. And when you live with integrity, the world takes notice, not because you're seeking validation, but because authenticity has a power that fake masks can never match. In a world obsessed with external achievements, remember that the greatest success you can achieve is building a strong, unshakable character. Money may come and go, titles may fade, but your character will endure. It's the only thing no one can take from you. Be the kind of person who stands firm in their beliefs, who does the right thing when it's difficult, and who holds themselves accountable. And that in itself is true wealth. Because in the end, the most important question isn't, what do others think of me? It's, do I respect myself? And if the answer is yes, you've already won. Lesson 5. Don't rush your growth. We live in a world that wants everything now. Instant results, quick fixes, fast success. It feels like the pressure is always on to have it all figured out, to already be at the top of the mountain. But the truth is, growth doesn't work that way. It's easy to look around and see people who seem to have it all, who've reached their goals or have the perfect life, and feel like you're falling behind. But what you don't see is the hard work, the failures, the countless small steps that led to their success. They didn't get there overnight. They went through the uncertainty, the waiting, and the mistakes, just like you will. Seneca said, "No great thing is created suddenly." Growth in any form is a slow and steady process, and that's something we need to remind ourselves of constantly. The pressure to speed up the process, to skip ahead, is everywhere. But the reality is, it's the small, seemingly insignificant moments, the uncertainty, the setbacks, and yes, the failures that shape us. They're the very building blocks of who we become. Without them, there's no foundation. Without them, there's no growth. Here's where we often go wrong. We compare our chapter 2 to someone else's chapter 20. We see someone at the height of their career, with everything going well, and think, why am I not there yet? But the truth is, everyone's journey is different. Everyone's path to success looks different. Your chapter 1 is still being written, and it's unfair to compare that to someone else's already completed story. Your journey will unfold in its own time, and that's okay. Instead of rushing, focus on your own story. Embrace where you are right now, even if it feels uncertain, because that's exactly where growth happens. In the moments when you're not sure of the next step, but you take it anyway. Trust that with time, patience, and perseverance, you will get to where you're meant to be. The key is to stop chasing someone else's timeline and focus on your own. Keep writing your story, step by step, and you'll find that success, when it comes, will feel so much more meaningful because you'll know you earned it. Lesson 6. Enjoy the process, not just the outcome. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that happiness is something that's always ahead of us. We set goals, chase after them, thinking that once we hit that milestone, whether it's a promotion, the perfect body, or the ideal lifestyle, we'll finally be content. But the truth is, if you can't find peace and joy in the process, then you'll never find it in the outcome. Success, when it finally comes, won't feel like the fulfillment you thought it would. That's because we've been conditioned to think that happiness is a destination, when, in reality, it's the journey itself that holds the real value. The Stoics understood this deeply. They taught us that the journey is not just part of the process, it is the process. Seneca once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." We often spend our time looking ahead to the prize, forgetting that every moment we're living now is part of what shapes us. The struggle, the hard work, the uncertainty, these are the things that actually build strength and resilience. It's easy to look at a successful person and think that their happiness arrived when they reached their goals. But what the Stoics knew was that fulfillment doesn't come from achieving, but from how we approach and embrace the challenges along the way. Imagine running a race but never appreciating the steps that got you there. Each moment of effort, every ounce of energy you invest, is a lesson, an opportunity for growth. When you learn to enjoy the act of becoming, rather than just focusing on the destination, life stops feeling like a never-ending chase and starts feeling like art. This doesn't mean that goals aren't important or that you shouldn't be ambitious, but it's about shifting your mindset. When you begin to see the journey as the reward, you free yourself from the constant pressure to achieve, and you start to appreciate where you are. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment or the next milestone to feel fulfilled, you can find peace in the here and now. You realize that you don't have to wait for success to feel successful. It's all part of the process, and the process, in its raw, imperfect form, is what makes life meaningful. So next time you find yourself getting impatient for the outcome, take a breath and remember, it's the journey that counts. Lesson 7. Take responsibility for your life. There's a hard truth we all have to face sooner or later. No one's coming to save you. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that if we just wait long enough, someone, somewhere will step in and fix everything. But that's not how life works. The moment you accept that no one is coming to rescue you, you unlock a power within yourself that is truly transformative. It means that for better or worse, you are the one who shapes your reality. It's a sobering thought, but in a world that loves to place blame and look for shortcuts, it's also one of the most empowering realizations you can have. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Life is going to throw curveballs. People will disappoint you. Things will fall apart, and you will face challenges that seem insurmountable. But it's not those events that define you. It's your reaction to them. That's where your power lies. You can choose to let external circumstances control your emotional state, or you can take control of how you respond, no matter what comes your way. The Stoics understood that our power lies in our ability to choose our reactions. It's the one thing no one can take from us. Think about it for a second. How many times have you blamed something outside of yourself for your problems? Maybe it's your job, your circumstances, or someone else's behavior. But every time you do that, you hand away your power. You give away your ability to change the situation. But when you start taking responsibility, truly owning your reactions and decisions, you take back control. You stop being a victim of your circumstances and start becoming the architect of your life. Carl Jung once said, "I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become." This is the core of taking responsibility. It's not about denying the struggles or pretending everything is fine. It's about accepting that the past does not define you, and you are not bound to repeat its mistakes. Every day you have the power to choose who you become, regardless of where you've been or what's been done to you. Responsibility is not a burden. It's the key to freedom. When you stop blaming the world for your problems, you realize that you have the ability to change, grow, and adapt in any circumstance. Responsibility is what turns ordinary people into extraordinary ones. It's the quiet power that comes from owning your life, your choices, your mistakes, and your victories. So take full responsibility for where you are and where you're going, because once you do, there is nothing you can't overcome. Lesson 8. Focus on your health. We often hear that health is wealth, but how often do we actually treat it that way? Too many of us put our health on the back burner, thinking we can focus on other things first: work, relationships, goals. We forget that without a solid foundation, everything else will eventually crumble. Your body is the vehicle that carries your mind through life. If you neglect it, you're weakening the very thing that holds all your thoughts, your ambitions, and your actions. A tired, sick, or worn-out body doesn't just affect how you feel physically. It impacts your mind, your energy, and your ability to think clearly. The Stoics understood this well. They didn't see health as something superficial. For them, physical discipline was a critical part of mental strength. They didn't exercise or eat well to impress anyone. They did it to maintain control over their own lives. Marcus Aurelius would often remind himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." And yet, that mind resides in your body, and if your body is unhealthy or neglected, it becomes much harder to maintain that power over your thoughts. The Stoics weren't just interested in conquering the mind. They understood that to master yourself, you must first take care of the body that houses your mind. Exercise, sleep, and diet are not mere luxuries. They are necessities. When you exercise, you're not just improving your physical health, you're enhancing your mental clarity, reducing stress, and improving your mood. Sleep, far from being a waste of time, is when your body heals and your mind processes the events of the day. And the food you put into your body isn't just fuel, it's the material from which your thoughts and actions are built. If you treat your body like a temple, giving it what it needs to thrive, everything else follows suit. When you neglect it, it's like trying to build a house on a cracked foundation. No matter how good your plans are, it won't stand. And becoming who you are starts with respecting your body, nurturing it so that it can carry you through the challenges of life. When you're physically healthy, you're able to think more clearly, react more calmly, and make better decisions. So, take care of your body as you would a trusted ally. Nourish it, move it, give it the rest it needs, because without it, everything else falls apart. It's not just about looking good or feeling good. It's about being able to live with clarity, strength, and the ability to face life head-on, no matter what it throws at you. Lesson 9. Say no more than you say yes. Have you ever found yourself overwhelmed with too many commitments, too many obligations, and too many distractions. It's easy to get caught up in the habit of saying yes to everything, thinking that you're being helpful or that you'll regret missing out. But what you might not realize is that saying yes to everything is actually saying no to what matters most. Your time is the one thing you can never get back. Every minute you spend on something that doesn't align with your goals or values is a minute you can never reclaim. The truth is, we often drown in commitments because we're afraid to say no. The Stoics, especially Seneca, understood the importance of guarding our time. In his writings, he reflected on how easy it is to waste precious years chasing the wrong things. How many times have you said yes to something just because it seemed like the right thing to do in the moment, only to find yourself regretting it later? The truth is, every yes that doesn't serve your deeper purpose is just another step toward cluttering your life with things that don't matter. And that clutter, both mental and physical, keeps you from focusing on what truly matters. In a world full of distractions, the real power lies in saying no. It's about making conscious choices, setting boundaries, and protecting your time like the valuable resource it is. Every time you say no to something that isn't aligned with your priorities, you're saying yes to your peace, your focus, and your growth. Saying no doesn't make you rude or unkind. It makes you intentional. It shows that you value your time and that you're not willing to let the noise of the world distract you from your own path. When you start saying no to the distractions and yes to the things that nurture your growth, your life starts to clear up. It's like decluttering a room that's been full of unnecessary stuff for too long. The space you create allows you to breathe, think, and focus on what's truly important. So, the next time you feel that pressure to say yes to something that doesn't align with your values or goals, remember, every no is a small act of self-respect. Every time you decline something that doesn't serve you, you're making space for the things that truly matter. And that, my friend, is where true growth happens. Lesson 10. Cultivate patience. It's easy to feel like life is moving too slowly, especially when you see others around you speeding ahead. You look at your own progress and feel like you're stuck, waiting for something to happen. The truth is, when things don't move as fast as we want them to, we panic. We want instant results. But what if I told you that the key to real growth doesn't lie in rushing or forcing things to happen? It's in learning how to trust the process, even when it feels like nothing is changing. Patience, in its essence, is not about passively waiting. It's about quietly trusting that, if you keep doing the right things, everything will unfold in its own time. Patience is the strength of someone who understands that their path is theirs alone and that good things can't be rushed. Aristotle captured this truth beautifully when he said, "Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet." It's not easy to practice patience, especially in a world that demands instant results. But the real rewards of life come to those who endure and keep working, even when the results aren't immediately visible. Think about it this way. Every tree takes time to bear fruit. It doesn't rush the process. It simply grows. And when the fruit finally ripens, it's sweet because it was nurtured over time. The same goes for your goals, your dreams, your skills. Every great achievement requires time, practice, and persistence. There's no shortcut to mastery, no way to skip the steps that build a solid foundation. Whether you're learning a new skill, building a career, or working toward personal growth, it's the slow, steady progress that makes the result worthwhile. And becoming who you are isn't something that happens overnight. It takes time. It's a journey of patience and growth. The restlessness you feel when you're waiting for things to come together is natural. But rather than seeing it as a sign that you're failing, try viewing it as a sign that you're learning, evolving, and becoming more prepared for the success you're working toward. So, the next time you feel restless or impatient, remind yourself, the greatest things in life grow slowly. Be patient with yourself. You're not falling behind. You're exactly where you need to be. The work you put in now, the quiet patience, will pay off. Trust that the seeds you're planting today will eventually bloom into something beautiful. Keep going, even when it feels like nothing is happening. The journey is just as important as the destination. Patience is not just about waiting, it's about trusting the process and letting your growth happen naturally. Lesson 11. Avoid distractions. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Whether it's your phone constantly buzzing, the endless scroll of social media, or even just the noise of the world demanding your attention, it feels like something is always pulling you away from what truly matters. We live in an age where we're more connected than ever, yet we've never been more disconnected from ourselves and our goals. Every time you look away from your focus, you're giving away a piece of your life. The truth is, distraction is one of the biggest thieves of our time, and it's something we all need to learn to guard against. The Stoics understood this well. They didn't have smartphones or social media, but they did have their own distractions: gossip, public opinion, idle chatter. They knew that to live a meaningful life, you had to protect your focus, to be deliberate about where you put your attention. It's easy to get caught up in what everyone else is doing. You see someone else's success, their journey, and you start comparing it to your own. But the moment you do that, you're no longer living your life. You're living theirs. And comparison is the thief of joy. Your attention is the most precious resource you have, and once it's gone, it's gone. Every notification you check, every scroll through your feed, every moment spent on something that doesn't serve your greater purpose is a moment you'll never get back. But you can't become who you truly are if you're constantly distracted by the noise around you. Becoming yourself, becoming the best version of you, requires focus and discipline. It means saying no to the things that don't serve you, no to the things that steal your attention and energy. It means protecting your time like it's the most valuable currency, because it is. In this age of constant distraction, it's more important than ever to practice mindfulness and intentionality. Guard your focus. Refuse to let your attention be fragmented by everything pulling at you. Every time you choose to focus on what matters, you take a step closer to your true potential. So the next time you feel your attention slipping away, remind yourself, your attention is your most valuable currency. Spend it wisely. Choose where you put it, and you'll choose the life you're building. Lesson 12. Accept what you can't control. Life has a funny way of throwing things at us that are completely out of our control. The past can't be undone, other people's actions aren't something we can dictate, and sometimes, no matter how much we try, the weather just won't cooperate. These things can drive us crazy if we let them. We waste so much time trying to change things that are simply beyond our reach, and in doing so, we create unnecessary suffering for ourselves. But the key to peace lies in one simple truth. You can't control everything, but you can always control how you respond. The Stoics understood this principle better than most. They lived by a powerful rule: separate what you can control from what you can't. This simple yet profound mindset can change everything. Instead of wasting time fighting against the uncontrollable, focus on what's within your power. Your actions, your thoughts, your choices, these are yours to manage. By doing so, you free yourself from the weight of things that only bring frustration and anxiety. In other words, once you accept that there are things you cannot change, you begin to live with far less stress and far more clarity. Epictetus captured this idea perfectly when he said, "It's not things that disturb us, but our opinions about them." This is a game changer. Often it's not the events themselves that upset us, but our interpretation of those events. Take a moment to think about this. How many times have you found yourself upset by something that, if you had reacted differently, might not have caused you any pain at all? Mastering your reactions to life's challenges is the secret to maintaining inner peace. Once you realize that your emotional response is under your control, everything changes. Life's challenges will continue to come, but you can choose how to face them. Once you let go of the need to control everything, you gain the freedom to be present and act with intention. The world no longer has the power to disturb your peace. Instead, you stand firm, focused, and ready to navigate whatever comes your way. This acceptance isn't about giving up. It's about finding freedom in surrendering what's beyond your control. And in doing so, you reclaim your power and your peace. Lesson 13. Learn to keep boundaries. We all have times when we feel drained, overwhelmed, or stretched too thin. Often this happens because we let other people, situations, or even our own bad habits infringe upon our time and energy. It's easy to forget how much we're giving away until we feel completely depleted. But here's the thing. Your time, your energy, and your emotional space are sacred. If you don't protect them, no one else will. That's why learning to set boundaries is crucial for maintaining peace and balance in your life. The concept of boundaries is often misunderstood. Many think of them as walls, as barriers that keep people away. But boundaries aren't walls, they're filters. They don't shut people out. They simply allow only what's necessary and healthy to come through. Boundaries help you protect your space, your mental health, and your well-being. They're a way of showing yourself and others that you value yourself enough to know what you need and what you don't. Setting boundaries isn't about being harsh or unkind. It's about being intentional with your time and energy. Marcus Aurelius captured the essence of boundaries perfectly when he said, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." This is where boundaries start. They begin with self-discipline. You set the standard for what you will and will not accept, not from others, but from yourself. It's about taking responsibility for your own peace and ensuring that you don't let external chaos disrupt your inner calm. When you're clear on your boundaries, you're less likely to be dragged into unnecessary drama or distractions. You stop overcommitting, overexerting, and overthinking. And here's the truth. You don't need to explain why you value your time, your space, or your energy. The right people will respect it without question. There's no need to justify why you need some time alone or why you can't take on another responsibility. Boundaries are a silent statement of self-respect. When you set them, you teach others how to treat you. And those who truly care about you will understand. They will respect your limits because they recognize that by honoring your boundaries, they are honoring you. When you protect your time and energy, you're protecting the space where growth happens. You're giving yourself the room to be yourself, to recharge, and to focus on what really matters. Boundaries aren't just a way to keep things out. They're a way to keep yourself in a space where you can thrive, grow, and live with intention. So don't be afraid to set them. Your peace is worth it. Lesson 14. Value your reputation. It's easy to think that success is all about what you achieve, what you own, or how loud you can shout about it. But the reality is, true success is built on something far quieter, far more enduring: your reputation. Your reputation isn't shaped by one big moment. It's built over time, in the little things, in your daily actions, and in the promises you keep. Every time you act with integrity, every time you follow through on your word, you add another brick to the foundation of your character. On the other hand, one broken promise, one dishonest action, and it can all come crumbling down. Reputation is fragile, and it's something you build or destroy in silence, not through grand gestures or loud declarations. Think about the people you respect the most. It's not their wealth or their fame that stands out to you. It's the consistency they show. It's the way they keep their word, even when there's no audience to notice. In a world full of noise, the people who are truly respected are the ones who quietly prove their worth through their actions, not their words. This is where Stoic wisdom comes in. The Stoics didn't care much for external validation. They cared about the kind of person they were becoming. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. And your thoughts, your character, are what shape your reputation. What you think and what you do, even when no one is watching, is what truly matters. Seneca famously said, "Character is fate." Your character, the very core of who you are, shapes the direction of your life. It determines where you'll end up. If you act with integrity, if you're true to your word, then the path ahead becomes clear. On the other hand, if you let your character slip, if you make excuses for dishonesty or broken promises, then you'll find your life unraveling in ways you can't foresee. Every small action matters. Carl Jung also spoke about the power of self-awareness and how the integrity of our inner self manifests in our external life. When you live with integrity, when you consistently act in line with your values, you are becoming more of who you truly are. This internal alignment radiates outward and shapes how others perceive you. Integrity is power, but it's a power that doesn't need to be flaunted. It's the quiet strength of someone who doesn't need to prove themselves. Their actions speak louder than words ever could. Your reputation is built in the small, quiet moments, the promises you keep, the kindness you show, and the integrity you maintain when no one is watching. Keep your word. Do what you say you'll do, because in the end, your reputation isn't about what you've achieved. It's about who you are when no one is looking, and that's the most powerful thing you can build. Lesson 15. Be grateful for the journey. It's easy to get lost in the struggle, to focus only on the pain of today and forget about the bigger picture. We all have moments where we wish we could fast forward to the part of life where things are easier, more comfortable, and more certain. But what if I told you that those moments of discomfort, those struggles that feel never-ending, are exactly what you'll look back on with gratitude one day? In the future, you'll smile and realize that it was through the toughest times that you grew the most. The things you're facing now are the things that are shaping you into the person you need to become. The Stoics believed that gratitude wasn't just about being thankful for the good things. It was about finding gratitude even in adversity. Life isn't always going to be smooth sailing, and anyone who tells you otherwise is misleading you. The real power comes from embracing the challenges, understanding that they are part of your journey. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, the obstacle is the way. The very thing you're struggling with right now could be the very thing that helps you grow into the person you're meant to be. Every setback is not just a roadblock, it's a teacher. Every struggle is an opportunity to develop resilience, patience, and wisdom. The power lies not in what life throws at us, but in how we choose to react. Every difficult moment is a chance to choose who we want to be. It's easy to get caught up in the negative emotions that arise when things aren't going well. It's tempting to let frustration, fear, and disappointment take over. But the Stoic mindset teaches us that we have the power to choose our response. We can choose to be grateful, even in the most difficult of times, because we know that every challenge is an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more equipped for the future. When you look back on your life, you'll realize that the greatest lessons came from the hardest lessons. The times when you thought you couldn't go on, when you felt like everything was falling apart, were actually the moments that built the foundation for your success. So, take a moment to appreciate the journey, not just the destination. Be thankful for the lessons, both easy and hard. Every step, every struggle, and every triumph is leading you toward becoming someone extraordinary. And one day, you'll look back and see that everything you went through was worth it. The journey, after all, is what shapes you. Remember, the journey isn't just about the destination, it's about who you become along the way. Each challenge, each lesson is shaping you into a version of yourself you can be proud of. So embrace it all, because the obstacles, the struggles, and the setbacks are not standing in your way. They are the way. Thank you for being a part of Stoic Journal today. If this video resonated with you, I encourage you to watch one of the suggested videos on the screen. Keep growing, keep learning, and remember, your journey is your greatest teacher. See you in the next one.